welcome back to the channel. Wheelman81 here. I'm off to a little bit of a rough start in this race, but here is round 2 of the NMA series. This is Eddieville. Conditions were fantastic for racing this day. It wasn't muddy like last year. It was nice and dry. There were a couple of wet spots like you see here, but overall it was a very fast track, very good conditions. You really couldn't ask for a better race than this one. And in this race, I felt like I was doing the best I've ever done in a race. Even though I got off to that late start, I had a little bit of an issue getting the bike started for some reason. But the whole race, I was going so fast. I was keeping up with the pack. I was passing people. I got a couple of compliments after the race. People came and told me, "Man, you're looking really fast these days." Stuff like that. The whole lap you're going to see here is me just hanging with the pack and racing people. And that gets pretty exciting when you're at a motorcycle race and you're not just hanging out by yourself at the back of the pack. Like, I'm up here trying to pass people, you know, making moves, chasing people. It's great. Also notice in this race that I actually found the next gear on my bike. Maybe it was laying around on the floor of my garage somewhere, but in this race I made a point to get up into the higher gears. And I may have done it a little too much, because if you listen to this race you'll hear I'm on the bogging end. So I was keeping it up in like 4th, I think it was, maybe 3rd on some of these hills, and I kept having to downshift. But I'm really happy that I'm getting up in the gears. It's making me go a little faster. Section here is just so wild. Look at all these riders around me. I'm like kind of going crazy right now. I'm thinking, oh, I gotta pass all these people, and then people come flying by me, and it's this huge pack thing. It's crazy. I'm loving it. Coming up here on the other side of this little hill is the end of the pre-lap and the start of the first full lap. You can see the yellow trailer there. That's where the lap times were recorded. Big drop coming up here. These big drops don't seem like they're that big on film. Film kind of washes out hills for some reason. But if you look at the horizon on some of these are big hills out here. Some of these ones that you go down, like in the pre-lap, you feel like you're dropping like 200 feet. It's crazy. You go over a jump and the next hill behind it is like really steep. Alright, getting on the circle track now. I hit about 56 miles an hour out here. I was trying to push it as hard as I could, but getting into these turns and stuff, I was getting a little sketch about the tires coming out from under me. highway here. This is the fence line road, and there are these big jumps here. You'll see one right there. Here comes another one. Right there. I made a point, because I knew this road, I made a point to hit these jumps with some speed because I wanted to jump, and I certainly was getting some air. It wasn't a lot like a motocross rider, but I was getting enough air that I was happy with it. Here's a good shot where you can see the hill elevations and the windmills for scale. So going up and down those big hills, I mean, it's a pretty significant elevation change. It doesn't look like it on the film, but look right here how you're going to go up that hill, but you're gaining quite a few feet in elevation.
Trying to get that guy blue. Pretty good.
I was just so excited this whole race to be able to chase people. And I've said before, I said in the last video, I love chasing people. It makes me faster. And this guy in blue, I tried to keep up with him. Eventually, he passed me and kept the lead. But just chasing him the whole race made my day. Right here, if I get past the guy in blue, there's no shortage of riders right in front of me. The whole pack is right here, and it stayed that way this whole race, all 5 laps. One of the best, most fun races I've had. Alright, here we go. We make the turn onto this back road here. This is where I had my big crash last year and had the blackout and everything. These big divots, I mean, they are super deep. You don't want to hit them too fast and then hit the upslope on the opposite side. And I'm glad to say that all 5 laps I didn't crash here. I took some bad lines, but I didn't end up on my helmet this time. Just look at all these riders right here. If I could just pick up the speed a little bit, I could pass like 8 people. It's crazy, and it's wild to be right here next to each other. This is the craziest race I've been in. This was so much fun.
I want to shoot up there and pet, but I can't see the terrain. Oh, the dust. Alright, maybe here, maybe here. Hey.
So finally passed the guy in blue with the green helmet. He eventually got back by me and held on to it for the rest of the race, but I was just excited to finally get past him.
sideways on that back brake.
One of the spots where I had memory of it from the last time I raced, which gives me a little bit of an advantage over someone who's never seen the course before. But I had remembered that there was this line over on the right that you could take right here that was smoother than the divots on the inside. Last year people were getting stuck over there, but that's the whole reason I got that pass right there, was having done the race before. And that happened in a couple of spots. So I think as I do more and more of these races and realize the features of each and start remembering them, I'm going to get faster from that too. Coming up here is the hardest turn in any of the races I've done. This slope to the outside and you turn left was eating my lunch all day. Man, that's such a tough turn. pushing hard through here. That rattling you hear is me slamming on the rear brakes. I'm trying to hit the gas in the straights and get as much speed as I can and then stop quick for the turns, because I want to catch these guys that are up here in front of me. You know, there's a whole pack right there, and I feel like if I just go a little faster, I could pass more people. I'm trying. This final turn and then cut through the grass puts you back on the original track where we started, the pre-lap, I guess you'd call it. From here on out, it's they call it the motocross track, and it takes you back to the start. Overall, I'm super happy with how I did in the race. I think I did a really good job for where I'm at riding-wise. I'm super happy with the race itself, being with the pack and chasing people the whole race. I did 5 laps, and at the end, I was still like thinking, man, I'm ready to go. Let's do some more laps. It was one of the first times that's happened. I think I finished 6th out of 11, but it's tough to get the final placement for this race because it takes a little time for them to get the scores out. I'll update that in the comments below whenever I get the actual official score. I'm also officially registered with NMA, so I will get some points for this race. That's pretty awesome. My goal this year was to finish on the lead lap. This race, I was the 2nd place for the 5-lap finisher. The leaders got 6. So if I had just been a little faster, I probably would have met that goal in this race. We're going to come back here again later this year, and I'm going to push a little harder and see if I can get that 6th lap. Also want to give like a little shout out to everyone who came up to me and said, hey, you're Wheelman, I watch your videos, and that's awesome. Thanks guys, thanks. You know, the encouragement is awesome. Sometimes I don't feel like making these videos, or I feel like they're a little bit of a headache, and having you guys come up and say that you like my videos and that you like the voiceover, that really helps. So the next race is going to be my first NORCS race in Horn Rapids again. So I think that's in a week. I guess I'll see you all there. So thanks for watching.